Hey ladies and gentlemen, Steven here from Redolessence and welcome back to another fragrance review. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I have a new fragrance by the company Montale. This is one of their newest releases. This is a cafleurebon contributor review. If you would like to know what you can do to enter for your chance to win a full bottle of this fragrance, as well as learn a little bit more about this fragrance, what it smells like, what it's inspired by, how it performs on skin, make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin this fragrance review of Montale Oud Pashmina, one of the newest fragrances by the brand, I do want to mention that if you are a fan of fragrance-related content, if you like fragrance reviews just like this here on YouTube, but also top 10s, giveaways, unboxings, and more, please do consider supporting this channel by subscribing to it. All you have to do is click on that red button down below. And also, if you can give this video a big thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, that would mean a lot. So there is going to be a full bottle giveaway of Oud Pashmina by Montale. What you need to do in order to enter is, of course, go over to cafleurebon.com. You do need to be a registered reader for the website. And then, of course, make sure to read the article on cafleurebon, and you do need to leave a comment down below. And so all of the information is going to be down below in the description section, and the winner will be announced at the time that is specified on the website. It will be randomly chosen, so do make sure that you check back to cafleurebon.com and also on their Facebook page, because those are the two places where the winner is going to be announced. And so this is a fragrance that came out in 2021. The perfumer for this fragrance is, of course, Pierre Montale. I have so many fragrances from this brand, a lot of ouds from this brand as well. I have red oud, black oud, even oud cuir d'Arabie, which is a little bit more on the animalic side. And then, of course, outside of the ouds, I also love Soleil de Capri, and I personally love, which happens to be one of my favorites, Intense Cafe. And then, of course, more recently, we had Ristretto Intense Cafe, which has a darker and deeper coffee note. Now, with this one, Oud Pashmina. So pashmina is a type of fabric that actually comes from goat's wool. It is very expensive. It is found in many parts of the East, and it is often counterfeited, unfortunately, but they make scarves out of it. And I think that this is a really interesting fragrance because you take something that is so tactile in nature and you're trying to convert it to the olfactory. So I'm very excited to tell you how I think that's established in this fragrance. I'm excited to give you my thoughts on this fragrance, so make sure to stay tuned. So right in the opening of this fragrance, as the name implies, Oud Pashmina, you are going to get that oud note that's in here. And it's an oud note that is very smooth. It's certainly a little bit on the sweeter side on account of the vanilla that's used in here. But there is this very silky smooth quality that is established throughout the composition that I think is attributed to the note of musk. Now, there are a lot of musks on the market, a lot of synthetic musks as well that happen to be very expensive. And I think the combination of the musks that are used in this fragrance really create this brightness, this smoothness, and also this undertone of cleanliness, which actually strikes a bit of a contrast with the agarwood, because whenever people think of agarwood, they think of dark, deep, woodsy, sometimes spicy with like cardamom accents. That's not entirely the case going on in here. Now, if you are a fan of oud, I don't think you're going to be disappointed with this fragrance, because the oud is actually at the fore of the composition, and I think it's very well done. I think the conjunction of the oud and the vanilla really creates this pleasant atmosphere in the opening where you have these nuances of sweet sort of hitting you from all angles, but you also have a little bit of that rose in the heart, which is a combination that we've smelled before. I do have to be perfectly transparent. There are a lot of oud rose fragrances on the market, but I think it's the inclusion of the musk and the vanilla that kind of create this silky smooth texture to the composition, but also make it really, really pleasant. I think in comparison to fragrances like Oud Cuir d'Arabie, this one is much more accessible in terms of the oud not coming across animalic. I know there are personally people out there that love animalic ouds, and In that case, please check out Oud D'Arabie. But in terms of this scent, you have the vanilla, the rose, and the musk, and they all sort of contribute to the overall silky smooth vibe that you're going to get from this fragrance. Now, it is a little spicy, and I'm not entirely sure where the spice is coming from, if it's a little bit of pepper or a little bit of nutmeg, because like I said, there is this smooth quality, and in my experience, nutmeg kind of contributes to a smooth quality in perfumes, but this one is very smooth, comes across very sensual as well. Perfect for an evening out, perfect for a night out if you're spending the evening with your significant other, or maybe you're just wanting to wear a bold fragrance that is going to get you some really positive attention. I think this is a very unique fragrance, and it's certainly what I would expect from the company Montale. And I should also mention that it's an incredibly long-lasting fragrance. I really hope you have an opportunity to try it soon. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. So first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, this is a unique fragrance, especially when comparing it to other oud offerings from the company Montale. Now, there are some that are very oudy, there are some that are very rosy, but I think it's a combination in the marriage of the vanilla with the musk that really set this one apart and give it its own distinct and unique olfactory personality. The overall smell is very appealing, but of course, you must be a lover of oud in order to fully appreciate this fragrance. And of course, I have tastes that are quite diverse. I love my gourmands and my chypres and my fougères, and so there's just something about this one with that sweet oud with a touch of spice and that silky smooth musk in the base that really makes this a very pleasant fragrance for me. In terms of the longevity, 10 plus hours, that's the case with pretty much any Montale fragrance that you wear. They are concentrated very richly and very strongly. The projection is fantastic. For the first 3 hours of application, it will radiate beyond an arm's length, and it doesn't start to sit closer to the skin until about that 8-hour mark, but it fully disappears at like that 10 to 12-hour mark. So the longevity, the performance, the projection, the sillage, everything about this is absolutely fantastic. In terms of the versatility, I would personally prefer to wear this indoors in a climate-controlled environment. In terms of seasons, I can see this one doing really well in the colder weather, and I think it's perfectly unisex. I think anybody of any age can wear this too. I think the sweetness makes it appropriate for somebody who's a little bit younger, but I think the agarwood and the spice with the musk make it appropriate for somebody who's a little bit older, maybe has a little bit more experience in the niche market. In terms of the presentation, I like the purple on the bottle. I think it does a pretty good job of conveying what the fragrance is going to smell like, and I do like the name Oud Pashmina. I think it's a great way of remembering which oud is which, especially since the brand has so many. So my final verdict on this fragrance is, if you are a fan of oud-based fragrances, you want something that's silky smooth, sweet, a little bit on the spicy side with nuances of rose, please check out Oud Pashmina by Montale. I have a feeling you will really enjoy it. And of course, once again, big thank you to cafleurebon for this contributor video. They are hosting a full bottle giveaway, so make sure to follow all of the details down in the description section below so you can enter for your chance to win a full-size bottle. Thanks again for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate your viewership. If you took something of value from this video and you're not subscribed to this channel, please do consider supporting this channel by clicking on that red button in the corner. It would mean so much to me. Once again, make sure to give a thumbs up to this video for the YouTube algorithm. Thanks again for watching. Love you all, and we'll see you soon. Bye.